We're back in Den Haag, the third largest city in the Netherlands. And I'm about to eat my first ball sandwich. It's not what you think it is. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. We filmed 2 videos in Den Haag before. By the way, it's probably more well known as The Hague, but when we asked y'all on Instagram for tips, we were surprised to see so many amazing recommendations of things that we hadn't done yet. So we're back for a 3rd time, quashing an ice cream rivalry, visiting a secret garden, and trying what might be the best Indonesian food that you can get in the Netherlands. And that's saying something.
If there's one thing we love, it's actually, I don't know what it would be. Let us know in the comments what you think it would be. But if there's 2 things that we love, it's that and saucijzenbroodjes.
When we ask for recommendations on Instagram, sometimes there is a suggestion that's like, yes, we need to get that now. And that's exactly what happened here. This is Bohema Confectionery, and they've been around since 1953. And we're here for a spicy saucijzenbroodje.
That kind of sounds like a sex thing.
Sounds good to me. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're
Did you see all the bolsa they had in there?
They were gigantic, too.
It was quite a spread.
Yes, indeed it was.
Speaking of spread. Yeah, okay. It smells like a saucijzenbroodje.
It smells normal, and I don't really notice anything that... Oh, no. There are lots of red flecks.
Cheers. Is it spicy at all?
It's not spicy at all, but this is the best saucijzenbroodje I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
It is so flaky and like still kind of like tender too.
Mm-hmm.
And the sausage inside is really soft and flavorful, but I'm not getting so much as like a bit of spice even from black pepper. I'm getting a little bit of spice. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You are?
No, maybe like a pepper.
I'd say like from a spice perspective, it's a 0 out of 5. But like from a pure taste perspective, I'd say it's 5 stroopwafels.
It's 5 stroopwafels.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's the best one I've ever had. Oh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Y'all probably know that we're not big museum people, but this next place actually sounded pretty interesting and pretty creepy. We're about to take one of those. It takes a lot of bravery to eat a saucijzenbroodje as the first thing in the morning when you're filming a video.
Why?
It gets all up in your teeth.
Oh, it does. It gets stuck to your face. I still have crumbs all over me, but it's also the best way to start your day.
Yeah, the juice is worth the squeeze, you know?
Sure. The time is worth the crime. Do people say that?
No, I don't think people say that. Wait, that's actually a good transition to our next scene.
It is.
And you didn't even intend for that.
Yeah, I did. I meant to do that.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. We've walked by this place like 20 times and we had no idea what it was. This is the Prison Gate Museum, which has been here since 1882. Between 1420 and 1828, the building acted as the Court of Holland. The prison was reserved for those who committed serious crimes. This is probably this prison's most famous prisoner. Cornelius de Witt was from Dordrecht, but he is not the only Dordrecht connection to this prison. Let's find the other one. No, not him. So this is the block on your leg, and basically they would attach this to prisoners so they couldn't get very far. It's actually really, really heavy. Oh my gosh. These are the boards of shame. So if you committed a crime that wasn't as serious, they would hang these in public places. And it has your name and it tells everyone exactly what you did.
That's a pretty good deterrent.
It really is.
It's so interesting because you go through this museum and then afterwards you have to like go back through the museum. There's all these like ways you can weave through that go to different parts of the prison. It's interesting.
Is this where they would put you and then they would stretch your limbs?
Yeah. Is this something you're into?
Yeah, I always kind of felt like there would be a point where it would feel good for a little while to just like stretch everything out.
All right, Michelle, get in.
I wish I could.
Yeah, I know you could. Get in there. Let's try it out. See if it still works.
I don't know. The blade doesn't look very sharp anymore.
Well, there's only one way to find out. So when we were walking out, Michelle was getting our bags and I looked at the plan for the day and I saw that she had ice cream next. And in my head, I'm like, seriously, we're getting ice cream before lunch?
That sounds so good.
That's such a Michelle thing to do. But luckily the ice cream place isn't open yet. So I still get to eat lunch before ice cream like you're supposed to.
Hey, there it is. We can just open them up.
Well, they're not open for another 25 minutes.
Dang it.
Also, I feel like it's important to mention I'm wearing my Netherlands Bagels shirt in support of Netherlands Bagels, who we are not going to be seeing today, but is an excellent place to get. It's the best bagels in the Netherlands. The only place, in my opinion, But you should get bagels in the Netherlands, and I say that knowing I just walked by bagels.
I was about to say, those are like strong words.
Well, they sell circular bread. Netherlands Bagels sells bagels.
We have something to confess. We've been in the Netherlands for almost 3 years and we've never had a broodje bal. This is Slagerij Dungelman. It was founded in 1861. Here you can pick up a big selection of meats to cook at home, but they also sell sandwiches.
And we're here for the broodje bal. Surprising right now. We teased it when we walked in. This is a spicy broodje bal, which it looks like, according to Michelle, it's a spicy meatball and it's got a little bit of mayonnaise on it. And it's on the plainest bun I think you can probably get.
And unlike the saucijzenbroodje from this morning, this one looks like it has the potential to be spicy.
Okay. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. You know, when Michelle and I were talking about this last night, we were trying to decide what this was going to be like. Like if it was going to be like a meatball sub, or if it was going to be more like a meatloaf sandwich.
It looks like a meatloaf sandwich.
It is 100% a meatloaf sandwich.
Ooh, I
know.
love meatloaf sandwiches.
I know. Looks like someone took 2 big bites out of it already.
Yeah, you bit off the top. You're leaving me with all the bread? No,
Beep, beep.
all bread, no ball?
We were supposed to record an intro. Uh-oh, I guess we're gonna have to get another one.
Oh, no. It's a strong garlic flavor.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. I wonder if they're all like this. 'Cause this is really good. But is it spicy?
It does have a strong paprika flavor though.
And so there's pepper. There's just not spicy pepper.
Yeah, there's pepper. There's no spicy pepper though.
Okay.
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, it's really good. Really putting those balls in your mouth.
You gotta just shove them in there.
That doesn't sound very like what I was going for. It sounds violent.
4.5 stroopwafels.
Oh. Thought you were gonna make a joke.
No.
Yeah. Actually, I like it a lot. I'm gonna go 5 stroopwafels.
Damn.
I know I'm being kind of like generous today, but it's a pretty good sandwich. That's why I'm not super unhappy that we have to go
Get another one?
get another one because
Yeah.
we forgot to film the intro.
We just wanted to eat it so bad. You just need to get those balls in your mouth so quickly
There you go.
that you forget what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep. So when we went back in to get one for the intro, what'd you get?
I got pinda sauce. Yay. Aw.
Get those balls in your mouth.
5 stroopwafels with the pinda sauce.
Oh my gosh, really?
Now, if you've watched our channel for a while now, you know that we love to get to the bottom of food debates here in the Netherlands. Well, this time it's about, you didn't cut it, did you? This time it's about ice cream. And I think people in Den Haag are pretty passionate about Luciano's being the best ice cream. When I was looking at Reddit, I saw that there is a very passionate fan base for ice cabinet. So let's get some ice cream. Well, Alex was talking about how he didn't really want any ice cream. But I've got my ice cream, and I'm telling you, I'm looking at 2 scoops of another ice cream in his hands right now. So I got the stracciatella because she said it was one of the more popular, like traditional flavors. And look at all of the different chocolate chips.
All the
inside of it.
stracciatellas.
I've been licking it because it's melting, and it is very good. Chocolate flavor is delightful, and hardly any of the chocolate chips are really big, which just kind of like makes it all blend in your mouth really well.
I got bitterkoekjes and Bokkepootjes. They had Bokkepootjes ice cream. Look at this.
That's the bitterkoekjes, I think. No.
It smells almondy. She said both of them had almond in it and that they would have like a bitter finish.
Nuh-uh, really?
It's very almondy.
Is it bitter?
It tastes like chocolate and almonds, which is basically a bitterkoekje. I like the curved look you've got going on holding the camera. There you go.
I'm still trying to eat my ice cream.
It's good, but I'm afraid that this bitterkoekjes ice cream is just going to be like a plain, no chocolate version of the same ice cream.
Because, yeah, there's no chocolate to jazz it up.
Nope. It's got a little bit more of like a sugary flavor to it. It's a little bit more creamy.
The ice cream base looks different.
Yeah, it is definitely a different ice cream base. Like it's definitely more creamy.
It's like a little more yellowy or beigey.
I mean, actually, no, look at that. There's pieces of bitter cookie in it. They actually put the bitter cookies in the bitter cookie ice cream. This is pretty good. This is not a very modest way to sit while eating ice cream.
Fuck modesty.
Wow, that was not what I expected. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so most of my ice cream's gone. All of the bitterkoekjes ice cream is gone though, and that means it's 5 stroopwafels. That is Honestly, the bitterkoekje ice cream is some of the best ice cream I've ever had. And we're from a city in the United States that's known to have like one of the best ice cream places in the country.
Really good ice cream. So I feel like we know ice cream, especially Alex.
Yeah.
Ice cream is his passion, or at least it
Ice cream is my passion, that's true.
Yeah. And those 5-stroke waffles. It's so delicious.
Even that?
Yeah, I mean,
You're rating it at, let's rate this once each on the highest thing that we tried.
to me, the bitterkoekje ice cream is 100% the way to go. It's delicious. That is 5-stroke waffles.
Yeah.
And then the other two ice creams are still really good.
It doesn't matter. Actually, yeah, I mean, they are really
You know,
good. I think we should acknowledge that, even if we're not rating
They're
it.
both really, really good.
Yeah.
Bitterkoekjes, 5-stroke waffles.
Yeah.
So we got Luciana's last year at the end of our Den Haag video, but it's been a while, so I think we're gonna need to refresh our memories.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we just ate a lot of food and I think we should go walk it off. Okay, so we're at our first place and we're walking up to it and I'm like, we went to this place in our first Den Haag video and Michelle was like, did we?
It's new to me.
No, it's not. You were there.
If you haven't seen our first video, it's new to you. This is the Haagse Toren. What is unique about this tower, Alex?
It was featured in the first Den Haag video from Uncharted.
It's hexagonal design.
Oh,
That's unique.
yeah.
Not every tower has that.
Okay.
It's 80 meters tall and it's one of the oldest buildings in Den Haag. It's over 600 years old. I don't think we said those things in our first video.
No, yeah, well, maybe we did.
We're way more educated now.
Are we?
Behind this gate is an alley, and if you look at Google Street View, this clearly used to lead to a park called the Palace Garden, but the door doesn't open, and hang on. Okay. And it's become a bit of a mystery with both locals and tourists alike.
When you kept saying and hang on, like you were trying to read this, and I was like, it's in English.
No. I couldn't remember what I was supposed to say. So, we are actually told how to get into the park, but we are sworn to secrecy. Welcome to the Palace Garden. Paleis Noordeinde is an official working palace of the Dutch king. Located in the heart of the city, this park used to be part of the palace grounds, which is why the architecture near the gate that we looked at earlier is so different from the homes surrounding it. That gate was once a part of the wall that encompassed the palace and the garden.
As you can see, the garden is not actually all that secret. I mean, there's a big gate right there from the busy street, but the entrance that we went through was secret.
It was fun. Yeah, it felt like we were doing something wrong, you know? You got that rush of adrenaline. Hey.
What?
You know what I'm looking at? Say it. You know what it is. That's a thick ass tree.
It's a callback to the Daventer video if you are not a typical Uncharted video watcher.
So from what I've read, this street hasn't always been the nicest. So a while back, from what I've read and from what I can see, the street hasn't always been the nicest. So a while back, the city commissioned some artists to make some street art to perk things up a little bit. And the street art is this massive mural of cats playing. It goes from down there all the way around the corner. Like, it is pretty intricate. Can you imagine living up there and just looking out your window to the side and seeing like a little cat hanging, that bird hanging down?
It is pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Every time we come to The Hague, I always see this giant staircase next to the Binnenhof, and I always want to climb it, and then I always forget about it. But I think this wasn't in the plan.
I don't want to do it.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of heights and stairs.
We're not climbing a tower today, and that's like a very typical Uncharted thing to do in a video.
Yeah, but in a tower, you are like confined to the tower, so if you misstep, you just roll down it. That is like...
Yeah, but the stairs are way like steeper in a tower and old.
Yeah.
This is new. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, be careful, it can be slippery. Let's go. I got a great view. Sun's out, buns out, Michelle. Wait, I thought you were gonna do it.
I can't, I'm holding on.
We did it. Oh.
Alright.
You gonna be all right?
Hold on.
There's the what was the name of the church? Well, it's got like a little wobble to it.
I know, I hate it.
You like
This
that?
is terrible. Whew. I don't like this. This is bad.
What was the name of the church?
I don't know. It's the Haagse Toren though.
And then over here, we've got the Binnenhof, which is the seat of government in the Netherlands.
It's wobbly. I guess that's a good thing though, right?
Why?
I think it needs give or else it would snap in half if it was windy. Is that true? Do you see the bridge that they made for the construction equipment?
Oh yeah, look at that. There's the prison gate museum that we went to earlier. You can see everything up here.
Can we go down? I don't like this.
It's the next day, and the weather is much different. It's much worse, but that's okay. What happened was yesterday we ended up eating 2 broodje balls on accident, and then I also ended up eating 2 scoops of ice cream on accident. Oops. So we weren't super hungry for the next thing that we're going to do, but we wanted to enjoy it. So we're back today. Hopefully we don't get rained on. So we've talked about in past videos how Den Haag is the center of government, the seat of government, center of government in the Netherlands. And we've also talked about how it is the home of the International Court of Justice. But what we haven't talked about is that it is apparently home to the best Indonesian food that you can get in the Netherlands. At least according to some of the people that told us it was when we asked for y'all's tips on places to go in Den Haag.
We're at Warung Padang Lapek, which specializes in a particular type of Sumatran cuisine called Padang.
Michelle forgot to say it, but thank you, Micah, for the recommendation.
When we were looking at the menu, half of it was very familiar to us and half of it was a little unfamiliar, but let's start with what was familiar. So I got the chicken satay, and it smells delicious. It smells a little smoky, very peanutty.
I'm curious how you're going to compare this to your experience trying goat satay now that we've had that, which I think is the goat of satays.
If you will.
If you will.
This might be the best chicken satay I've ever had. The chicken is marinated in like something that's a little spicy. It actually might be that like chili spice that's inside of it. And then you get like the sweetness from the satay sauce on the outside. The chicken is extremely tender too. It's very, very good. Not getting like much of a grilled taste, but the spiciness, it's perfect.
So I got the Nasi Padang, which is a plate full of a lot of different things. And I'm very excited to try all of them because some of them are things like Michelle mentioned that are very familiar to me, but some of them are things I've never tried before. And I'm a little scared. I think it's gonna be spicy. But I mean, given how everything else has gone today, maybe it won't be. So Michelle was telling me that like the staple items of Padang cuisine are the coconut milk and chili. So I'm expecting to taste both of those things and all of the things I have in front of me. Let's start with what I think is...
I think that's the beef rendang.
I think so too. It is spicy.
Is it?
Wow. Next, let's try the spicy tempeh.
Wait, this is the tempeh.
Yep.
This is not.
That's the
curry. That's the jackfruit curry, yeah.
What's it called?
Gulai. So gulai is one of the hallmarks of Padang cuisine, and it's made with coconut milk, Indonesian aromatic spices, and you basically put it on everything from vegetarian items to fish to beef.
To jackfruit.
To jackfruit. That's a vegetarian item.
Okay, so the jackfruit curry was actually the gulai nangka. I'm about to try the gulai tunjang kikil, which is beef trotter and sauce, which I believe is the foot of a cow. Looks exactly like I would have expected. It's very gelatinous. It's very, very fatty. Like, yeah, it's fatty and gelatinous. The stuff that it's marinated in, which I think is actually similar to the rendang, is actually very, very good. It's just a very interesting texture. And finally, let's try some of these marinated cassava leaves. You think it's gonna be spicy?
I think so.
They look like collard greens.
Yeah, they do.
They look a lot like collard
The
greens.
sauce smells really, really good.
The sauce is a little fishy. And coconut milk. Will you try the rest of the trotters?
Yeah. First time trying beef trotters.
The name really throws me, the whole like beef trotters thing. It's like, you're really getting exactly what it implies.
The flavor is excellent. Like it's very well spiced. It's just, yeah, the texture is a little hard. I'm not sure I would have been able to eat as big of a bite as you did.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I respect that. It's very good though. Yeah.
This is the spiciest thing I've eaten in the Netherlands in a long time. But I didn't even ask for it to be spicy. It's just the way it's default presented.
She warned you though.
I know, she did warn me. I do respect that though. This is delicious. It's not too spicy. But it's definitely the spiciest thing that I've had in this video. Yeah, the weather got a lot worse.
Yes.
It's been off and on pouring. It rained real good while we were in the restaurant, but thankfully we were happily eating our spicy Indonesian lunch while that rain was happening. Not gonna rate it because I don't feel like it's fair to rate an entire plate of individual items.
Yeah.
But overall, everything was medium spicy-ish. I mean, my mouth is still burning when we left, but I'm okay now. But everything was really, really, really good. Highly recommend that place. I was not planning on getting anything at the place that we're going to next, but now I feel like I have to.
You gotta cool down a little bit.
I gotta cool my mouth down. So when we were in there, Michelle was like, "Which flavor should I get?" And I was like, "You should get the stracciatella so that we can do a comparison, like a true comparison between the two ice creams that we're trying." But what happened?
Absolutely not. I saw that they had spekkoek ice cream, and I was just immediately like, "That's the one that I want." But we haven't even said where we are. We're finally back at Luciano's. And like we mentioned earlier, this is considered to be the best ice cream in Den Haag. And we've had it before, and I remember it being, pretty good. But the question today is it better than Ice Cabinet?
Probably not.
It seemed a little hard when she was scooping it. Wait.
That's what she said?
Wait, do I just go for it?
There's the classic Michelle, do I just go for it? Does it taste like spekkoek? She said there's a little bit of alcohol in it, which is a little confusing. Like, what's, sure.
Okay. Yeah, it tastes a lot like spekkoek. Yeah, it tastes like pandan. I'm pleased with it.
Okay.
Do you want to try yours?
Yeah. I got the Key West lime pie. Is that what it's called? Is it because it's not actually key lime? You can't really tell. Both of our ice creams look exactly the same.
They do.
Isn't that interesting?
Weird? I thought mine was going to be kind of green or something.
Mine would be green.
Oh, both of them would be green.
Oh, it's very limey, and it's got crust in it. Vanilla flavored cookie crust. Can you turn the camera over here? There you go. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not. I was expecting key lime, even though I realized now
they're tricking you with the name.
The name is a little misleading. But it's good. Well,
was it better?
How many stroopwafels?
4 stroopwafels.
I'll give mine 3.5.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So
I think it goes without saying.
Means.
Ice cabinet's better. Sorry, Luciano.
No, if you're in the neighborhood.
My apologies to Luciano.
Personally?
Yeah. If he's watching.
We're so sorry, but it's still delicious.
Yeah, it's still really good ice cream.
Yeah.
We looked at that apartment when we moved here.
Yeah, we did.
We did not get it.
It was very cute. We applied for it and they said no.
But I don't know, maybe that's... Then we ended up in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about Den Haag today, Michelle?
I think my favorite thing, well...
Getting ice cream twice. I forgot how much I loved ice cream.
I think the ice cream in this has renewed my love of ice cream.
Yeah.
I've never been a big ice cream girl, and after these two, they're very good. So
yeah.
I would probably say it was the ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about climbing that tower thing?
No, that was the worst part.
Okay. Yeah, I think my favorite thing, other than the bitterkoekjes ice cream, which was delicious, was the broodje bal. I've never had one before, and it was actually not what I expected at all. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to start getting that way more often, and it's probably going to disappoint me a little bit because I think that one is actually exceptionally good.
Yeah. So like we mentioned before, Den Haag is the 3rd largest city in the Netherlands, so we have just barely scratched the surface with our visit here. So if you want to see us come back for a 4th time and maybe do something a little beachy.
Because you can do that here too.
Oh, you can do everything here. You can climb a tower, you can get ice cream, you can go to the beach.
You can join the cabinet, you can join the Tweede Kamer.
Yeah.
Or the Eerste Kamer. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Done.